What is going on with UTLY? Yo, let me just share my screen with you. It's been a day. So okay, so we're on Robinhood right now, and if you guys know, if you probably were watching the chart, you probably woke up this morning and you were like, "What was going on?" We just went from what was it, $5.90 all the way down to about $5.26. I think I can get this even bigger. Let me see real quick. Yeah, we went from like $5.91 all the way down to $5 and about 25. Now, this is exactly why I tell you guys, UTLY is not for growth. It is not. I hope you guys are not in it for growth. I know it's only my second video, but I'm trying to preach to you guys that UTLY is not here for growth. What probably happened was, and it probably was, I guarantee it probably was Robinhood. I can't see the volume on here, but I mean, my turn was turned, and I literally bought in a day late. Like I bought in 2 days ago. If I would have just waited till tomorrow, till yesterday, I probably would have been up by now. But hey, it's not bothering me. You guys know we're here for the dividends, the recurring investments. We're here for that. But the main thing is that it probably happened on Robinhood because if you guys actually look, this was actually in the 24 market. This was in the overnight. And if I am correct, you guys can correct me in the comment section, but the only two actual exchanges or the only two actual financial institutions are Robinhood and Charles Schwab. And I'm pretty sure it was just Robinhood. Somebody probably, whenever I say somebody, a lot of people probably got margin called. And that's why I tell you guys to be careful with margin. I do have margin on my account, but I do not plan on using my margin. I don't even know why I have margin turned on. But this right here, just look at this big drop. This has to be a margin call. It looks like maybe some stop losses may hit, different things like that. Maybe some limit orders were in. But this right here, this was a margin call. This was probably right around that let's see, maybe right around that $5 and like 65 cents range, and then boom, margin calls got hit, and this thing dumped. It dumped like insane. But I know I was actually looking through YouTube, and a lot of people were buying up on those dips. I'm actually new to Robinhood, so there's like this deposit amount. Like you guys don't get like the instant deposit. You have to let your funds settle. So I got to figure out a way around that. I have no clue how to let my funds settle, but I can't buy anymore. Like I put like $500 into my account to buy, but I have to let my instant deposit settle. But that's all right. Once we do get the money settled in, I'll actually buy another $1,000 into next month, and that should get us around about 300 shares of the UTLY. But let me show you guys something else real quick. So I actually came with, I want to do I found some little news right here. And this is actually to explain UTLY. You guys know UTLY is pretty much they're selling covered calls. They're just finding different ways to make income. It is not a growth producing ETF. Keep that in mind, you guys. It is a YieldMax that's going to produce income. It could double your income. Just saying, but don't look for it for growth, because if you do, you will get returns like this right here. These are the returns that you will get. Negative 37%. So I found this right here. It says the big trade-off. I've already mentioned one issue, that the YieldMax Ultra Option Income Strategy ETF, as their fund deducts operating expenses at the higher at most ETFs, considering that the UTLY's currently advertised yield isn't guaranteed to persist in the future. Now, UTLY does have a pretty crazy yield. I think it's in here about 88% somewhere. It was saying, where exactly was that? It was somewhere here. Yeah, right here, 88.51% as of August 18th. So that was 2 days ago. So it is pretty nice. UTLY does pay distribution on a weekly basis. So that's why I tell you guys, this is a really good actual income strategy, but there are some serious trade-offs. Due to the fact this is not a growing actual stock. So it is a cheap stock. So let's say, it's not no $300 big Nvidia company. This is only like a $5 to $6 stock. So what happens is that whenever this thing drops $1, you guys, you're losing so much value. Now it is going to go back up in the long run. I mean, if we actually zoom out on the actual chart and we take a look, you guys can see this thing actually on the more zoomed out chart. It looks relatively consolidating, a big drop. But if we go to like that 5-year chart, you'll see, well, 5-year chart doesn't do it justice. But if you're on like a smaller time frame, you guys can see it kind of like moves up and down in relative. But the main thing, that's why I tell you guys, this is not a growth stock, ETF, whatever you want to call it. This is not. This is for income. And if you guys are looking for growth, go back over to VOO, go to SCHD, go to SPY, go to those things right there. We're here for the growth. Last thing I want to show you guys is, just so you guys are not like, just feeling horrible, I want you guys to know everything is down right now. So it's not just UTLY. Everything is down. Look at this. AMD's down. Let me see. Where's NVIDIA at? Look at this. Nvidia's down 2%, almost 2.5%. I mean, where's Apple at? APPL. Look at the Apple's down 1%. Everything is down. Microsoft. Where's Microsoft at? Right here. It's down as well. So everything is down. This is just these stock bubbles. I'm huge from crypto, so I'm like a big guy whenever it comes to crypto bubbles, but they have like these actual stock bubbles that I think are pretty cool. You guys can search up bubble screener. But you guys can see a lot of things are down right now. So don't get too discouraged, especially if you guys are holding a big amount. I mean, I just say if you're going to use margin, make sure you know what you're doing and make sure you guys have some type of protection going on so that way you guys can hedge the margin. Hopefully you guys bought up on this dip. I was not able to because I have not been able to figure out how the buying power works on Robinhood, but you guys stay safe out there. UTLY is a great ETF, and I cannot wait to see some of these dividends come in. I'm gonna let you guys know the exact date. Literally, as soon as my dividend drops, when I get the notification on my phone, I'm making a video. I'm saying, yo, this is my first dividend distribution. Let's get it. But if you guys like content like this, if you guys are here for my journey, we're going to be literally building this up to $100,000 UTLY position within the next 365 days. I'm going to do it, you guys. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, like, because it helps the channel grow. I'm only at 4 subscribers, you guys. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. You guys mean the world to me. Catch you guys in the next video. Take care, you guys.